fam? It's your boy. Season 4, I promise not to disappoint. You know what we do? Let's start with me, you, and the crew. Now pull up, Pome.
The number you have dialed is not available at present. Please leave your message after the beep.
Yeah, trendsetter. Whoa, league of my own, it don't get better. No, read what I wrote, I'm a bestseller. Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center. Hit it dead center. Bullseye, hit it the most, there's no misses. Something like fish in a barrel, it's no different. Blindfold on me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen.
Afro Tug Nation. It's your boy, T3 Geek Town. Let's get down for the clown. But before we do that, once we begin, English is not my first language. Like, subscribe, share, comment, come talk to your boy. You know what I'm saying? I thank everybody that pushes that button. It's a small button for you, but it's a big button for your boy when you hit that subscribe. And don't forget to hit them likes. Keep them joints at 50% or higher. Let me know how you feel about the content. Let me know how you feel about everything that we talk about and do what we do. And don't forget to drop a comment. Say what good, bad, or indifferent. Speak on it. Be yourself. As you know, we keep it real here at Afro Tug Nation. T3 will never, ever, 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 you know what I'm saying, not be as authentic as I possibly can. Mistakes and all. You know what I'm saying? What we do. But you didn't come here to just look at your boy. Let's go ahead and talk about what we came to talk about today. Pantheon season finale, yes sir. So we finally finished that Pantheon, finally knocked it out the box. And they said there's a season 3 coming, which I don't know why you would. The way you ended it kind of should be done unless there's something more to be done after the season finale. So if you have not finished Pantheon and you are in the middle of it, go ahead and skip this one, but come back and check this video out once you are done watching Pantheon, because spoilers is going to be in full on effect. All right, with that being said, I was disappointed in the joints and I was like completely hurt with the final 2 episodes of Pantheon. Like, you had such potential. You had such anticipation. Your build-up was great. Your character development was great. Your constant manipulation of the situation was great. Like, everything you did was by far the most phenomenal thing you could have done. This show could have been the perfect 5 Afro Pig show in the world, and you ended on the worst note possible. Okay, so what did happen and what you could have done? Because you know, if I'm gonna bring up a problem, I'm also gonna bring up the solution. Whew. With that being said, so you get to the final 2 episodes. You find out that Caspian finally beats his counterpart, his clone, the maker, the man that started it all, and he finds a way to take this code, to delete his code, and to let Safe Surf just eat him and his counterpart together. But yet, your girl that comes in, the almighty computer chip, the sister of everybody, Miss, comes in and saves Caspian, okay? But when he wakes up, it's 20 years later, and there is a constant battle between mankind and AI. And not AI, should I say, UI, excuse me. Constant battle, because over the course of 20 years, people decided to go ahead and start uploading because they saw the benefits of it. And then, of course, you always got the group to be like, yo, I don't want to live forever. You know, let nature take its course. Let me die the way I'm supposed to be. And so his girl, his baby mama drama, you know what I'm saying? Because he had a kid. Yes, Caspian has a son with the daughter of the first UI that we came across in the first place. And with all that being said, she is the emissary for the human race. But they have no strong emissary for the UI race and the other digital uploads that were created, the new life, the actual AI that was built in space and throughout time and all the rest of these things, right? Whew. With that being said, tragedy happens. Of course, an old villain shows himself back up, destroys everything, creates war, thinking he's going to jump into the computer world, releases Safe Surf, and Safe Surf has now become a sentient being and is like, UI ain't the problem, mankind's the problem, Skynet, and just starts to killing mankind, like just trying to wipe mankind out. Well, UI is like, hold up, those are still my loved ones, those are still my people. And Caspian, being a body of the old and also body of the new, is trying to play mediator and is still connected slowly to Safe Surf because Mist was not able to fully take out Safe Surf from his systems, which means he was going to die the moment he became fully uploaded and fully aware and cognitive to what was going on. And realizes that Safe Surf is such an sentient being, he's able to communicate and decides to help Safe Surf go into space and learn more and more. What does that sound like for all my real geeks? Voyager from Star Trek, you know what I'm saying? First Contact, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, with that being said, I know some of y'all are like, what the heck is Voyager? One day we'll discuss that first Star Trek movie. But Safe Surf ends up going into outer space. Mankind learns to try to live on his own, and then you find out that the baby mama, you know what I'm saying, Caspian's woman, is technically running a full-on simulation this entire time. She has become a digital god after her son is killed by Safe Surf in the attempt to trying to destroy everything. Caspian is, because he's connected to Safe Surf, knows that in like 117,000 years later, yes, 117,000 years later, there's a future in which their son does live in. And that's because his baby mama has found a way to become a digital god. But then you find out that Safe Surf, through all his travels, met different sentient beings and other aliens, and has upgraded himself to a point to where it is a even more digital god than she is. You know what I'm saying? And so what ends up happening is she goes back with Caspian after she brings back her dad. You find out how this whole timeline works, and then she brings Caspian back in, and they're like, let's do it again, but let's try different decisions because we just want to keep falling in love over and over again. Not only was that just disappointing, that was disgusting. Like, and that's how we want to end this. This is what we doing. This is how we getting down. Okay, so you're looking at T3 and be like, yo, T, what is the solution? First and foremost, let's start with when Mist and Caspian is fighting the original creator. Let's get to that point to where he gets the code because he's trying to eradicate just a certain million amount of mankind so UI could become the whole thing. He is the actual Skynet of it all. Safe Surf is becoming the full-on villain because it's trying to delete UIs. And so we get to a point to where now Caspian didn't wake up 20 years later. He wakes up 2 weeks later because Mist and her sister come together to figure out how to take out all the digital code from Caspian and all the things that goes on. Heck, let's not even do 2 weeks. Let's do a year later when he wakes up and finds out that he has a son with his baby mama. And meets his 1-year-old kid, and his baby mama's there, and his now new mother-in-law is there. And now they have finally figured out how to take Safe Surf completely out of his digital code, that he is able to live, this and so forth. And them two together find a way to bring together UI, mankind, and all things together. In the background, Safe Surf is waiting. Because remember, Safe Surf ate up those other UIs. And those other UIs had their own personalities, which made Safe Surf a sentient being, which made Safe Surf like, look, I need to destroy everything. The only world that's going to be a safe world is the world that I run, aka become Ultron. And then go from there and make that season 3. But as of right now, there's no need for a season 3. I find no purpose behind it. You are just a loop. This is who we are. We are in a full-on Matrix loop. Because in her universe, she's made thousands of Earths, thousands of networks. She's a giant supercomputer reliving life over and over and over and over again off the digital code of mankind, which she was able to get a hold of. I feel like I said a lot and said nothing and solved nothing. How many Afro picks will we end up getting for Pantheon after these two? Like before, Pantheon was on the verge of a 4.8, 5.0. We are down to like a 3.2. Like solid start, solid beginning, solid story to build up, solid storyline, all the way until you get to the final 2 episodes, and then you down the toilet. Just ruined. Alright folks, with that time being said, we are finally going to find out what were the latest comic books that I read these past few weeks. What did I get down on? I know I was talking about Dead Samurai, but I've had absolute Superman. Absolute Superman, absolute Wonder Woman, absolute Batman, absolute Green Lantern. You know what I'm saying? We've had Spider-Man versus the Venomverse. We've come across Flash, absolute Flash, absolute Manhunter. Like there's just so many things out there. Daredevil, unedited. You know what I mean? Like we just out there just reading the books. We got more books to go pick up very soon, and to see what we're gonna replace the Blade book with. I was like trying to stick with the Marvel DC universe, and maybe we can find something new out there in this universe outside of Dead Samurai. So with that being said, if you see your mans in the streets, hit them with the beats. Hit them with a jingle jangle, baby. Jingle jangle. Like, subscribe, share. Come see your boy.
This is how legends are made.